This marketing plan is so powerful, it will accelerate your growth and success faster than you can imagine. Now, I'm going to walk you through the entire plan. What are the main problems? What are the options you have? What is the most effective marketing strategy you can get results with by the end of the week? That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? And if you stick around through the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to incorporate AI into this process and be able to execute on it twice as fast. So stick around. Now, who am I and why should you listen to me? In brief, I've started over 25 businesses in my life, beginning when I was just a wee lad. And even up through this year, I started a new business. Everything from a clothing company to a tea company, a translation company, even a hedge fund. The craziest was a business selling magic spells, but that's a story for another time. Now, I've been lucky to have many successes and many exits, and I've also had many, many more failures. That's where the value in what I'm going to teach you comes in. And I've also coached at least 150 different founders through their initial growth stages as well. Now, I'm not saying I know everything, but I have been around the blocks a few times. And I've got lots and lots of arrows in my back. You do know that reference, right? Comes from pioneering, like us entrepreneurs. The pioneers are the ones blazing new trails, but they're also the ones with all the arrows in their backs. Anyway, let's get started. Oh, I forgot to mention, you can also download all the worksheets, references, everything for this video, and all the other videos on my channel using the link in the description. So now, let's get started. So you're the CEO of a startup B2B company. Now I'm going to focus on B2B because the marketing plan is going to be different than if you're selling retail or direct to consumer. And we learn best through stories. So let's make this into a story. So our founder, her name is Liddy. She has a vision for helping other companies with improving their work benefits for their employees. She has a great product and service that she's developed. Every sign is pointing towards her eventual success. But here's the big problem. She doesn't have a ton of money to waste in fruitless marketing, so she needs results fast. She doesn't know marketing, she knows employee benefits. She's overwhelmed with how many choices she has in her marketing, and she doesn't even know where to begin. Everyone keeps telling her, oh, you got to do social media, you got to do SEO, you got to do Facebook ads, Google ads, blah, 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 blah. And to make things worse, she already knows there's another startup that has a similar idea. So the race is on of who can get to the market first. Now, please allow me one side comment on competition. See, most entrepreneurs get pretty defensive if their idea isn't unique or if someone else is doing it. And this is a fallacy. Competition is actually a great thing because it tells you that there's actually a market for your product and that people are actually interested in it. You don't want to be the only one with the idea. This is why you always see a Burger King across the street from a McDonald's and probably a Wendy's too. If you have a good idea, there's enough market for you that it shouldn't be anything to worry about. You don't need to worry about your competition. You just need to make the best product possible. So let's get back to Liddy's marketing problem. She's ready to sell. And the way her business works is that it takes a sales phone call. Her product isn't the kind of thing that someone would purchase directly online without talking to anyone. So the goal is to get a sales call booked. Like most B2B companies, that's the goal. Liddy has a big problem. When going to market with a new product, and I'm going to refer from here on out to it as a product, it could easily be just a service or a combination as well, you need to get results fast. Liddy needs clients today, not 6 months from now. See, cash flow is king. So what does she do? Should she spend a lot of time on social media as everyone thinks is important? What about creating a bunch of content and that hopefully ranks on Google and gets picked up somewhere? Maybe she should go offline and run billboard ads, or maybe fly a banner behind an airplane. Now, I'm being a little absurd here, but it's to illustrate a point. You have unlimited opportunities to market your business, but how do you choose? Well, the correct answer is none, at least for right now. What Liddy and what you need to do is do your homework. See, marketing is a game of probabilities. There are no guarantees in marketing. If any marketer comes to you and says that they guarantee what will work and can guarantee results, particularly if they haven't done any research on your unique company, prospects, then they're basically just full of shit. There are no guaranteed results in marketing. There is only the probability that your marketing will work. Your goal is to increase the odds of success. Let's think about this logically. Liddy is selling high-end employee benefits to other business owners, but not all companies. Companies that are big enough to have at least 5 employees, that's the minimum her product can serve. But her product isn't really appropriate for companies, with hundreds of employees, like Fortune 500 companies or bigger $100 million companies. So her market is small to medium-sized businesses. Now, let's return to her options. How many sales calls do you think she would be able to book from flying a banner behind an airplane? Or putting a post on Instagram? Or writing a blog post? Probably none, right? These are all examples of low probability marketing strategies. You just have no control or guarantee on the results. So here's how you answer and solve this problem. You start with the MME. Now, that stands for the Master Marketing Equation. This is a formula that is so incredibly powerful, you can use it to solve all your marketing problems. In short, the Master Marketing Equation looks like this. MME equals RM plus RP plus RTP. Now, we treat those as variables, much like the old algebraic equations we all loved in school. Yes, there was a reason you learned this way back when. Your parents were right. So, what is this equation and how do you use it? Well, you've heard it before. Do you think your marketing will have the highest probability of success if you show the right message to the right person at the right time and place? Well, absolutely, right? So there it is. That's the Master Marketing Equation. RM is the right message, RP is the right person, and RTP is the right time and place. Now, here's the catch. The RM and the RTP, well, they're both 100% dependent on the RP, or your right person. So let's return to Liddy. She's looking to sell to business owners, CEOs, and founders of small businesses. That's her RP. And these people have a very specific message that they need to hear to make a decision whether or not they're going to book a sales call with Liddy, right? That is her RM. And they also go to very specific websites, they read very specific email newsletters, and they go to very specific events and groups. Those are the right time and place to show the marketing, or the RTP. What Liddy's job is to do the research that will allow her to define each of these variables in as much detail as possible. And she shouldn't guess. She should be actually talking to customers, hearing in their own words, what is the real problems they need to solve? Where do they go to solve it? How painful is it? I have another video series on this channel which details how to deep dive into the MME and different use cases for it. The link is in the documents below. So now let's jump ahead in time. Liddy has done her research and is pretty confident in what her message should be and who her buyer is. She still needs to solve the RTP, or time and place to show that message. These are her marketing strategies. What I'm going to give you now is a strategy that anyone can do and see results within 10 days. I'm going to start with the strategy first. And after I show you the strategy, I'm going to explain it in detail and show you how and why this is so powerful and so important as it relates to your marketing. So here's what I would have Liddy do. I call this strategy the DM sales letter strategy. Step 1, write a sales letter. Yep, a good old-fashioned sales letter. Again, Liddy's experienced with employee benefits. She doesn't have a clue how to write a sales letter. So here's what I'd have her do. I'd have her go to bookshop.org. This is a site that helps small businesses. Doesn't put money in Amazon or Bezos' wallet. Now, I would have her buy the book, The 16-Word Sales Letter. This is a short book that shows her how to write a compelling sales letter. The book was written by one of the top copywriters in the world, and the framework has generated hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. But more importantly, it will help Liddy think through how to draft her sales letter, one that converts. Now, I have no idea why this book is called The 16-Word Sales Letter, because it isn't. It is 16 questions that you must answer in the right order for someone to consider buying your product, or in Liddy's case, booking a sales call. After Liddy gets the book, I'd have her go away for a weekend, read the book, and sit down and write her letter. It should not take more than a weekend. She's the expert, and she's done a little bit of customer research, so she should be able to write this sales letter in short order. Now, she's got a rough draft of her sales letter. Let's just assume that her sales letter is good and ready to go. Next, I'd have her build her list of top 100 companies that she wants to target with the letter. She needs to compile the name of the company, the CEO and founder's name, the mailing address, etc. Pretty simple stuff, right? Anyone can do this. Now, with her sales letter and list in hand, guess what the next move is? Yep, Go down to your local print shop and print off 100 copies of the letter. Hell, if you have to, use your home computer to print them off. Or if you're sophisticated, you can use a mail merge and customize the letter with first name, company names, things like that. But it's not necessary. If you've written a good sales letter, just the letter should work. So then, take the letters and put them in an envelope and address them. I like by hand, it's best, but you can certainly print the labels too. And I'd use a priority mail envelope over a regular envelope, but either should work. Now, why? First, think about your own mailbox. It's a pretty empty space right now, right? And if you get a priority mail envelope addressed to you, are you going to open it and read it? Again, yeah, probably, sure. Here's the thing. Here's what I can promise you. That if Lydia's written a good enough letter and mails it to 100 of her ideal CEOs, she will absolutely get 3 to 5 booked calls as a result. It's just the numbers. And now she's off to the races. Of course, you better know how to sell too, but that's a different problem in video as well. Pretty simple, right? So let's look at this from an investment standpoint. She spent some time doing her research. This is mandatory. She also spent a weekend writing the letter. She also bought the book for around $20. Then she has to pay for the printing and mailing. Let's say each letter costs, $5. In total, her investment's what? $520 in a weekend to book 3 to 5 sales calls and probably get at least one sale out of it? Any small business or startup can afford to do this. Anyone can do this. Now, let's expand on it a little bit. What if the first one doesn't work or her sales calls go badly? She'll still have learned a ton from this process, and then she can just repeat the process. Or let's say maybe her list is bad. Each one of those problems is easy to solve. And that's what you want with your marketing. Easy to solve when it doesn't work. Also quick to fix, quick to improve, quick to pivot if need be. Unlike social media, blogging, or SEO, these things can take months and months and cost thousands of dollars before you get any sort of valid feedback. But with this strategy, it's quick, easy, and it works. And the best part is it's also scalable. And isn't that what every entrepreneur wants? If she can get 1 to 2 sales for every mailing, and assuming her profit per sale is more than $250, she now has a profitable marketing strategy. She can collect and build lists, refine the letter, and mail as many prospects as she can handle. This is also scalable from a standpoint that she can start to find help with the work. She can hire a real copywriter. She can have someone help her build more and more lists. She can get creative with the letter, make it lumpy mail, for example. Just as long as she keeps an eye on the expenses and remains profitable, she now has a business with a profitable growth engine. But let's take this one step further. What if she starts buying sponsored email lists? In her research, she learned all her perfect prospects, they all read the same email newsletter. She can go now and take her proven sales letter and send it as an email. Now, instead of talking about hundreds, we can get into the thousands of prospects or many thousands. The results will vary, but she has her proven marketing message and can just email out the letter. Or she can take the same proven sales letter and now start her social media. Break the letter into pieces and send it out over the socials. Mix and match. You can come up with 1,000 different variants on how to use this letter. The difference is, now Liddy knows what her marketing message is and what her prospects want and need to hear from her in order to book a call. Now here's another opportunity. Maybe she could take and record a video of the sales letter, use it to run YouTube ads or send in a video box, or, embed the video sales letter in a web page and use ads to promote to that page. See, the options are endless once you have a proven sales letter written. Anyone can do this. You can do this. Now, let me explain why this is so powerful and beneficial to Liddy and her business. First, every business owner thinks that they know their market. They think they know their RM. But what Liddy thinks doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what your customers think and need. And if you can write a sales letter that actually sells, then you know what works. No more guessing. Second, by writing a sales letter, Liddy now also has the basic sales pitch written. If she can generate calls, the sales letter is going to give her a focus and the scripting to go and close those sales calls. Next, as I've said, I've worked with thousands of small business founders, and I'm always astonished by how many have not created a list of prospects. This exercise alone is extraordinarily valuable. It forces you to find and identify who are your ideal customers. See, everyone is not your customer. It would be absurd for Liddy Liddy to just open the phone book and pick 100 random names. See, the more qualified the list is, the more qualified your prospects are. Liddy is saving time by getting very clear on exactly who she is selling to. And finally, this strategy is very inexpensive. She doesn't have to hire experts to help her. She can, but she doesn't have to. And for a couple $100, you can start to generate sales calls. And it's fast. This is a strategy that can grow with her, and she can get fairly quick results. And I mean within days. See, priority mail takes 2 to 3 days to deliver? And anyone that reads her letter and is interested is going to book a call immediately. They're not going to set the letter down and wait weeks before they book a call. So Liddy doesn't have to wait weeks or months hoping on hope, that something is going to work. She's going to get the feedback within days. And this is super important for a startup. The opportunity cost is so high at the startup phase that time is often far more expensive than money. And finally, this strategy is scalable. Once she finds that sales message that works, that converts at 3 to 5%, she can then start scaling. She can buy more lists, try different channels, you name it. And if she knows her marketing numbers, yet another video I have on this channel, she can create her budgets. And that's it. So let me repeat the process. Step 1, do your initial research on your customers. This can be simply calling a few prospects and asking them about their problems. Step 2, buy the book. Read it and use it as a framework to write your sales letter. Doesn't have to be this book. There are hundreds of sales letter books on copywriting, but this is the one I know that works and it's proven. It's cheap and it's a fast read, and it walks you through step by step the entire process. Step 3, build your first 100 prospect list. This can be from any number of sources. You can use LinkedIn, Seamless, ZoomInfo, or even just Google Maps. It isn't that hard. Step 4, go write the letter. Step 5, print the letter. Be sure to hand sign it, showing personalization. Step 6, mail it. Priority is the best, so people will actually open the envelope. Leading to step 7, measure the results, how many phone calls you get. Step 8, rinse and repeat until you have achieved the results you want. Pretty simple, right? Now, you want to make it 10 times more powerful? Liddy could also improve her results by calling each of the recipients too, telling them that she sent them a letter and ask if they've read it. If not, send another. Or now you have an opportunity to just tell them on the phone. Just read it as a script. I'd actually recommend this as a standard practice too to this strategy, but it kind of depends on how busy Liddy is. Cold calling is a way overlooked for its effectiveness. And when you have a good reason to call, you can get through the gatekeepers that much easier too. Bring, bring. Oh, I was just calling to make sure that Jill received the package I sent. Can you confirm that for me? What is it? Oh, it's a priority envelope. But it's a bit private. It's for her eyes only. Can you tell me if she's gotten it? See, now you're not calling to sell something. You're calling to follow up on a package. It's a much different scenario. So that's it. I hope you're seeing now that your marketing as a startup doesn't have to be expensive, overwhelming, or take a lot of time. By using this method, you can get results fast. Oh, and now, as promised, if you want to stick around, I'm going to show you how to use AI to make this entire process even easier and faster. Again, the downloads for this video, I've included all the scripts, all the prompts, everything I've used to produce this sales letter with AI. So I hope you stick around. Anyway, I do hope you get value from this. I know it works. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And yes, I wouldn't be a marketer if I didn't suggest you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your time and good luck. Please let me know how it goes for you.